Hi, I'll start with this quote which says, if you want to go fast, go alone, and if you want to go far, go together. And I think in FP&A and in your journey, just listening to and know about redefining the mandate of an FP&A team, you need both at different times. I think vision is quite important, and that gives you your mandate. And in FP&A, we talk about our different strategies. We are in the know for the long term, fast term, short term, rolling forecast. So what is your vision and how do you align it to the company's vision to serve a purpose? So make a vision and make it plain so that your team can run with it. Once again, it is a journey. The same thing when you're implementing anything, there is change and change management. Building the team, having the team cohesion, having the team working together at different stages require you taking a step back and looking at the different skills at a different time. Change management is also part of the team building process. I'm sure many of you have changed jobs like I have done, or people within your team have moved on. What have you done with that change? For me, it's the time to look at my skill set within the team and actually see where it is lacking and where we need support because we've come through a different journey. And then how agile is your team? How do you look at the team to encourage going together and to encourage going far? As a manager, you can't do it alone. You need your team to go out into the various business to be business partners. So you need the environment to go fast and then come back and go together, bringing in the news and bringing in those tool sets that you need. And my next slide shows the different things that you need as an FP&A team to be ready. What are the things? I've kind of put it into two buckets, but I'm sure they cut across our various elements. We have the traditional technical skills, which where we kind of are good at, the technical skills. And what does technical mean today? It means many things for different people. How do you ensure that as a team you have the right technical skills to fit your various journey and various change to be able to support the business? We talk about the various data analytics. Data analytics is a big word and the buzzword for FP&A teams today. How do you make sure you have that? But more interestingly, I think it's the human skills that is key for me. How do you build collaboration and communication? And how do you encourage growth mindset within your team? Because that's where you can actually extend the technicalities that you have within the team and also promote the business in terms of partnering and giving the business what you need. And in today's world, especially in my experience, COVID has taught us to think outside the box. A few months ago, nobody would have thought of working in a team where you don't see the people. I recently joined an organization in the middle of COVID, and today was the first day I actually met a team that I recruited because we've not seen ourselves for over a year. How have we developed time on time again? So relationship building, influencing is also quite important. Really, a combination of these skills and the right experience makes FP&A agile. When we talk about agile, we always look at tools, but I think also it's important. Next slide, please. So after you've built a good team, why do you need this team to work? We're talking about the efficiencies. The team will affect your 4 Ps in terms of people, in terms of processes, and in terms of the product, but also the platform. You can have a good product and not use it properly. I came into one of my organizations in the past, and the way the tool was being used, even not because I'd seen it used somewhere else, they were ready to bin it and get a new tool. So sometimes it's not the tool itself, it's how do you use that tool to add value. And adding value, like Neil said, is quite important to ensure that you get the right insights and the right movement as we move along. Finance transformation is another buzzword that we keep hearing, but what does it mean to your teams? Because in FP&A, your team is quite pivotal in finance transformation and even in business transformation in terms of a company-wide change. So it's not all about what we want to do, it's how do we make sure that the business have a business. Because without the business, there are no fancy KPIs, there are no reporting. There is no scenario planning if you don't have the right people to take that tool and extend it. So recruit right, develop your team, and make sure you lead it to the next slide, please. So how do you invest in your team? We're always busy, but how productive is your team? And I like to talk about the 3 R's: repeat, review and refresh. How do you do that? Take some time. You might have the opportunity to start on a new basis and increase your team bandwidth by investing in people, because they are your main assets. How do you find time to train and develop? I try to schedule one-to-one meetings, and in that one-to-one meetings, I ask them to go for a podcast instead of speaking to me all the time and learn something. So still those little times will encourage them. But I remember that it's your career. I can take the horse to the water, but I can't force you to drink water. So start something you yourself can improve, and have an environment for coaching and mentoring. 2 years ago, I started reverse coaching, where the younger people in my team were telling us about technology, how to use it, bringing out videos instead of writing manuals to actually help our processes. And those are things that you can do. And I'll end up saying that if you think you're too small to make a difference, then you haven't spent a night with a mosquito. And start today. That's all I can say. Start today, invest in time, and make sure you train. It's a journey. Over to you. Thanks.